Hey guys, and welcome back to the A to B podcast where every topic is fair game. So sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. So, how you been doing?
I've been good. How are you?
I'm good. Aye. Been really busy.
In what way?
Just started doing something that I genuinely never thought I would be the person that does this, if that makes sense.
Which
Like,
is
I've got a journal.
a journal.
Aye,
Mad.
yeah.
Why? What made you get a journal?
So it was a TikTok that I saw with Matthew McConaughey, and he was basically just saying every guy should have a journal because it just takes such a weight off your shoulders. Like, write down things that you love that you saw today, things that you hate that you saw today, things that
Mhm.
you're proud of yourself for, things that you're not so proud of yourself for, like everything.
Yeah.
Just to get it off your chest and get it written down. And it could be something as simple as a quote on a cereal box
Yeah.
and just get it wrote down and it makes you feel better. And aye, he's right.
Yeah. I think journaling's one of those things that is kind of slated, I suppose. Like I don't do it nowadays. I used to do it. Not so much journaling, I suppose, but I used to be really bad for not being able to go to sleep,
Hmm.
and because I used to just overthink everything, and I eventually learned to write it down. And I used to be really bad for having a problem in my head and not knowing the answer to it. So
Hmm.
then I would stay up, figure out the problem, search it, and as soon as I knew it, write it down, fall back asleep,
Hmm.
and I'd be fine. But it's just strange how writing it down on a bit of paper can make you just
Accept it or
accept it,
help
yeah,
you
or
fix it.
forget about it or move on from it type thing.
Aye, like in the last week, I've been just writing stupid stuff down. Like, I'm thankful that I got to work safely today.
Yeah,
Or I came in for work today and I laid on the couch for half an hour cuddling my dog. Like
great
that.
experience.
That's like it makes you feel good. Like,
Yeah,
and it's things that I was never thankful for properly in the past, but now
yeah,
I could sit back and go, that's a thing that a lot of people won't get to experience.
yeah. As it's nuts, like the things you take for granted and don't realise that you
Hmm.
just go on a day-to-day basis
Yeah.
on. But it's weird that you're saying about this because you obviously messaged me not that long ago about my book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not my book that I wrote. I kind of write.
Well,
Uh,
maybe one day.
maybe one day, yeah. But the psychology of money,
Yeah.
and you asked if you can have it, which I
I
was
did.
very surprised about.
Because for the last, genuinely, for the last 6 or 7 years of my life, I have not been in a good place financially.
Mainly because of Lego.
Well, that's only recently. Before that, it was other
Yeah.
things. Like, I had a really addictive personality, and we'll not go too deep into it, but it was really bad. And I was in a lot of debt, overdrafts, constant like credit card bills, buying things that I'm out with my means,
Yeah.
and I'm just sick of it. And recently, I've got myself into a much better place with my money, where I'm not skint all the
Good.
time. I'm actually in a good place, and I want to make sure that that never happens again.
So how did you get from that the bad position to now this position financially? What changed?
Um,
Obviously the mindset, but what did you do physically, I suppose, to change?
um, I focused on my outgoings a lot more. So I took into account, like, so on the first day of the month after I get paid, I would always send my digs to my mum. I would send my car payment to my gran, and then I would put everything that I had bills wise into a separate account where it all came out of, and then I had everything else in my personal account that I would
Hmm.
just use for spending.
Yeah.
Forgetting that I had like Klarna things on it, like all of my Apple subscriptions, like my Disney Plus, Netflix.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like much, but that stuff all adds up. And then I've got an app that I have for my fitness to track my workouts and stuff
Yeah.
that costs like £20 a month. And it's just things that you forget about. And then I end up after about 2 weeks with no money. And then that was when I was eating into the overdraft. And then it was getting worse and it was getting worse and it was getting worse. And I just kept living out with my means.
Yeah.
But to change that, I just stopped that. I cut off all of those direct debits, picked the ones that I wanted to keep, put them into that other account so everything came out of there so that all my direct debits were listed, added all that up, put it into there, and then whatever I had left was just spending money.
Yeah. I feel like you should read a book. Now I'm not. I think I'm only like a quarter halfway through this psychology of money book. But yeah, you can still have it.
No, you could finish it first. It's
But
your baby.
yeah, it's good to be fair. It's definitely a different goes down a different line than what I thought in aspect to the the way the authors wrote it, the way you read it type
Mhm.
thing. But I read a book when I was 21, 22, and it is called I Will Teach You How to Get Rich by Ramit Sethi. I think that's how you say his name. And that book genuinely changed my financial status for life in the aspect of I was kind of in a similar boat to you in the aspect of living out my overdraft, not having enough money like to pay for
These just
things.
turned off again. Like the light literally just turned off.
Oh no.
We're like 10 minutes in now. This can't happen. Right, they're back on. They're back on.
That's so strange.
Go and unlock that. Just unlock it.
Just unlock it.
Yeah. Why did it turn off that time?
It keeps going into sleep mode.
Oh god.
Ah, right.
Amateurs.
Yes, we are amateurs.
Amateurs. We're sitting here trying to have a serious conversation about money, and we can't even run a bloody podcast.
I know, yeah. Well, we'll keep watching out for that.
Uh,
I can't even see your light, but you can see mine.
I know. I'm glad I can.
But yeah, so pretty much his book changed my financial status in the aspect of learning how money actually works and how like things like credit card works and all that type of stuff because you never get taught this stuff,
That's just literally
which
what
is really
I was gonna
annoying
say.
because yeah, things like taxes and all that as well. Like I didn't realize like that how taxes worked on national insurance and pension and all that type of stuff. So like here in the UK, like when you turn 22, your pension just starts. Like you get if you're working for a company, like you can obviously get an email or something like that,
Yeah,
and you can sign up for it, and you can either deny it.
I've had mine since I was 18.
18, did
Yeah.
you? So you've obviously in a good position then. I started when I was 22, but then when I read this book uh, by Ramit Sethi, it taught me about actually still doing your own private pension
Yeah.
and stuff like that as well. So I've been and it teaches you about investment in that as well and how your bank account should work. So you've got your current account, which is where all your money goes.
Hmm.
Like when you get paid, that's where all your money goes. But this is not where you keep your money. Your money should not never be kept in this account because there's no interest. So
Yeah.
you don't make money from that.
Hmm.
You pay your bills out yet if you do. For example, me and Fabs have got like a joint account, so sometimes like for the house bills and stuff, it goes out of there into the other
Hmm.
account, so it all goes out of there. But then my current account, I only use that money for spending, like food and stuff like that. But straight away, I don't touch anything. I've built it now that everything does it automatically, so that when I get paid, it goes out into my pension. It goes out into my investments, so my stock and shares ISAs. Uh, so it does it automatically, so I don't have to touch that. It also goes into just my normal savings, which has a higher interest rate than it would be in a your average savings account. So certain money goes into there, and then something else: pension, stock and shares ISA, savings, and then rainy day fund. So I put money away into a rainy day fund that's also like got interest in it.
Just before we go into this further, what would you class as a rainy day? What would you delve into that for?
For example, now that I've got a house, if the boiler breaks down,
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's
uh,
fair.
my car breaks down,
Mm-hmm.
if if I lose a business, if Fabs loses a job, that type of stuff.
That's
So
worse than a rainy day, mate.
what?
That's all worse than a rainy day.
How's that worse than a rainy day?
No, like the actual concept of a real rainy day, like the reason that's used, that that bloody metaphor.
Yeah.
I never understand why folks say that. Because that's not just a rainy day, your car breaking down or losing your business. That's like my life is ruined.
Yeah,
That's
but
not a rainy
it's
day.
like it's
You know
called a
that's the metaphor.
yeah,
I know that's the metaphor, but I just think it's funny. Like everybody's concept of a rainy day for a rainy day fund is like, oh no, I've lost my house and it burnt down. That's not a rainy day, man. It's like earth shattering news.
yeah, yeah. I get it, but aye, it's like I use Revolut for example. So I have Bank of Scotland, which is like my current account that
Hmm.
everything goes into, and then Revolut is where I have multiple accounts, and then I've also got Revolut for my business account as well.
Yeah.
But that's completely separate. You don't. Most people don't obviously have to worry about that. But Like, mate, you should look at just like my cards alone, like how many I have in my phone, like just everything all here.
Do you know what's funny? Mine's is up there now, right? But mine's is Monzo, RBS, Lego. I wish I was joking. Lego, Greg's,
Greg's, why?
Greg's, Argos.
Arg,
I've not got anything cool. Mine's is just Lego, Greg's, Argos, and then my 2 bank cards.
mad. That's weird.
Tell me about it.
Weird. But then, like, I don't have a credit card, but if you look into what we meet set this is, and you can use your credit card to the full advantage. But I can't, if that makes sense, in the aspect of I don't spend a lot of money on things enough to get the benefit from it.
I've got a credit card, and
Is that
it's not so much a credit card, it's a digital credit card. It's Flex, it's Monzo Flex.
right? Okay, yeah,
Monzo Flex is quite good because it's like I've got about an £850 limit on it, something like that, and you pay it back interest free as much as you want. So like you can do it for like a year, but then that's not interest free. If it's over 6 months, it's not interest free.
yeah,
But it's really good. I mean, it's good in that sense, but that is one of the reasons my debt got so bad because I had that. But yeah, it's not. It's one of those things, man, that you just need to learn to get used to. And I think in the last kind of 4 or 5 months, I've really got a handle on it, and I want to start just branching out and making sure I don't ever get in that situation again.
yeah. Which is this is where I find it quite funny in the aspect with where a lot of people have relationship with a negative relationship with money in general, and it's because people are afraid to. It's so strange. People love spending money, but also afraid to spend money.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm like. Cause like not long ago, I bought a new jacket. It was really cool, black
Yeah,
leather jacket with fur on the. It was cool, minted, loved it. I seen it, I was like, I'm having it. Put it on, bought it, and walked out the shop, and I was like, ah.
it's like post come.
Mate, hi, that's literally what it's like.
Was
Post
it
not clarity.
post not clarity? That's
Mate,
it.
like, that's genuinely what it's like. Because it's like, why did I do that? But then I don't want to take it back because I love the jacket. But then I'm like, I want the money back. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll go in and hold them at
So
gunpoint.
this is where investments are key. So like for example, I don't really buy myself much. Like for example, me and Fab went on holiday, and I didn't buy myself any new clothes or anything like that to go on
Yeah.
holiday because well, I didn't need them first of all. And I know a lot of people it's a different holiday. Like you should still buy new clothes
I
and that.
don't really do that either, to be
Yeah,
fair. I've never been that kind of guy. I
yeah.
remember when my
I
mum,
don't get
the
it.
only time I ever got new clothes for going on holiday was when I was younger and I was going with my family. They always bought you a full new kit, man.
Yeah, yeah. But I just think yeah, that's a bad financial decision because well, first of all, you spent all the money on the holiday,
Uh,
and then you're spending all the money to get new clothes. You probably have to take spending money, and then when you come home, this is like the first time I've been on holiday while staying in this, like well, second time technically, and then coming back and then the amount of money you spend on the food shop when you come
yeah.
back, and my car was also getting its MOT whilst I was away in that as well, and then also my car insurance was due up. So when I was on holiday and I came back, I had so many bills. And I was just like, Jesus, man, like obviously the timing of the holiday wasn't great. You could plan it better around that, but you're still gonna have the bills at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like I knew these bills were still coming up, so I was still financially prepared for it. And I'm not saying I'm sitting there big ball and calling. Like still want a lot more money because I don't have
Mhm.
enough. But it's one of those ones where I'm in a much better financial position because like I don't go on this holiday without knowing everything else is going to be paid for type thing.
Mhm.
And this is where people make the decisions of, oh, I'm going to buy the new designer jacket or clothes or whatever, or going to buy this and that without prioritizing the things that need it first. So, for example, when I invested into the upgraded coach, shout out the upgraded coach, which is mentors to help me run my business. Because when you become a PT, you just get qualified to PT folk. You don't get qualified to actually run a business. So you kind of get shafted, and you need to know how to run a business when you become a PT, and that's why so many people don't make a career out of it. In that business, I spent to start that business. I spent thousands, and I took the risk of leaving David Lloyd where I was doing very well.
Mhm.
And I spent to start up my business. I spent well over 10 grand to even get started.
What?
Yeah,
On what?
the mentorship, creating the system that runs in the background for clients booking in and all that type of stuff. Like work clothes and all that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like the branding, creating the branding, the business cards. Like there's so many stuff. Actually creating paying for the business, because you actually, if you want to start a business, you have to pay to get the name of the business, because it means it's a limited company.
Yeah.
So like
Fuck,
you
that's
take a
mental.
lot of risks, obviously. So you spend a lot of money to get in the position, and I'm very fortunate that it worked out the way it did. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that people happily go spend money on all these nice things, but then not spend money to invest in themselves. So, for example, what I say to all my clients about signing up for PT, why can you
Mm.
go spend, like, people go, oh, PT is a luxury. So is driving a car. So is watching Netflix on a 65-inch TV. So is so is having Sky. So is being able to have go out for dinner and drinks every single weekend. They're all luxuries, but you prefer to do them instead of working yourself and actually feel better about yourself.
That's true. That was quite a funny one. I've never heard that. So, sort of sitting watching TV, sitting watching Netflix on a 65-inch TV. See, next time anybody says to me, "Oh, I've not got time to go to the gym," that's a pure luxury having that time. I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Wait, do you hear this, pal?"
Oh, see when my clients say that they don't have time, or even like prospects, like people that aren't clients yet, say, "Oh, I don't have time to work out,"
That annoys me as well.
and I always go, "Show me your screen time,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Show me your screen time," and when people show me their screen time, the amount of hours people spend on their phone scrolling through Instagram
Even
or
mine's is quite
TikTok.
bad, and
Yeah.
I'm not a high user, man. Like I'm really not, but mine's is still quite bad.
I'm not a high user, so for
I
example,
think mine's
right,
is about 4.5 hours, and I think that's quite bad.
today I've been on my phone for 4 hours 55 minutes.
I think I'm about the same on a daily basis, but
An hour and a half of that has been on WhatsApp messaging clients. I've only been on TikTok for 24 minutes today and 19 minutes on Instagram. I've spent an hour on my PT Hub, which is the app I use for clients, programs, and stuff like that as well. And I have also spent almost an hour on Crunchyroll today, which is why I've been watching Attack on Titan.
is that what that is? Is that how you watch it? I think I've got to say Crunchyroll sounds like a
No,
Candy Crush kind of game
no,
or something.
Crunchyroll is like a app where I watch all my anime, and now that I've started Attack on Titan, I'm finding it very hard to do work because I want to watch it. But yeah, that's they actually most of the time. But yeah, as soon as people use that as an excuse, I'm like, show me your screen time. And the
Yeah,
amount of people that spend so much time on their phone
it's mental.
without
It is
realizing it
mental.
as well, and I think it's such a great tool to have, because yeah, it makes people really realize, like, oh crap. And
A
the thing
lot of
is, as
people don't even know they can check that. Like there's people that don't even think they'll think to themselves, I don't use my phone that much. I'm not on it that often.
yeah,
Then they'll look at it and it's like, oh my god, I've been on TikTok for 13 hours today. Okay, so
yeah,
genuinely you don't realise that
yeah,
there's so many people that don't even know that feature exists. And obviously for people like you, and I guess people like me as well, like where your livelihood comes through your phone, like with WhatsApp for you with your clients. Me, I use social media to get my upcoming shows over, like with my promos
yeah.
and with my
I use
like,
social media as well. Like, it's part of our job.
yeah, I
It's
guess,
part
yeah,
of
aye,
our
but
job, which, like,
like, see, honestly, see, before I started wrestling,
mhm.
I was this close to just completely deleting social media.
Or I would delete it if it wasn't part of my job.
I would as well because it's so toxic.
It is.
I don't
Like,
post anything personal on my social medias anymore at all.
no, I don't. I never did, to be honest. But I just do it
You
for my
did a
job.
wee while. There was a wee while where you did, but like I remember, I have got a personal account on Instagram with friends and family on it, and I
Yeah,
post on it if you're lucky once a month.
we haven't. I can't remember the last time you posted on that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I don't feel the need to share all my personal life on my social media anymore. When I was a
Yeah.
teenager, I thought everybody needs to know what I'm doing. Everybody needs to know that I'm out at this party. Everybody needs to know that I'm at this rave.
Yeah.
I'm going on this holiday with my friends. Everybody needs to see all of this. It's like, why?
I feel like so many people, like, for example, right? I like, cause I've got a, like, the business Instagram side of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm actually verified now.
Aye, but that costs money now.
Yeah, it does. But you actually have to prove that you're a business.
Uh-huh.
So you have to send documents and stuff like that to get verified.
Yeah.
So see if anyone's verified, they're genuinely verified. I didn't realise that you
Yeah.
actually had to send, like, show proof of paperwork, really, that you are a business. So yeah, that's pretty nuts. But the I can just remember being younger, obviously, when someone was verified, it was such a big thing, and
It's like you were
the
famous.
if it was like you're famous, and the amount of followers you had meant you're famous and all that as well. Like for example, I have about 4,000 followers,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, I don't get, I don't know how, but it's all due to paid ads and paid promotion,
hmm
and you get it. So sometimes it's kind of fake. Like obviously for my job, it's kind of important,
hmm
like to get that, because the more exposure I get, the better. But there's a lot of obviously people out there that've got loads of followers that
I've
is
just paid for
probably
them.
that's
Yeah.
probably just fake.
Yeah,
Like
like I see people all the time that have went from 800 followers to 12k followers, and I'm like, huh, that was quick. You've not done anything. You've posted two things, and you've got
yeah,
10,000 more followers. I'm like, something fishy. And then you actually go into it, and a lot of people don't realize you can do this when you go into who follows them.
hmm
You can just see it's just bots, bots,
yeah,
bots,
yeah,
bots,
there's
bots,
a lot of
bots
bots. Yeah,
constantly.
I feel like nowadays it's a lot harder to tell though because of AI.
Oh yeah, I know.
I feel like that's what's harder to tell,
Yeah,
because then as well, how what's the clear indicator that's a bot?
usernames with too many numbers, zero followers, following over 1,000 people. Like there's a lot of ways to tell. There is
True, I
quite a
suppose.
lot of
Yeah.
ways to tell, but it's like
But then there's a thing on Instagram that it does. Like I don't know if everyone's Instagram mine does it. So there's sometimes there's obviously bots that follow me and stuff.
it happens to everybody. I
Yeah,
get bots all the time as well, but
but
like
you can it tells you what the hell does it tell you again?
followers that are spam.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know what you're talking about. It
Tells
tells you.
you what ones are. So
Yeah,
for example, I have almost 100 followers that are flagged
I've
for
got
review.
way more than that. But if you were to go in there and delete all of them, they wouldn't be in your followers list anymore,
Well,
and
I
your
did
number
that
would go.
last time. That's why I've only got 100.
Yeah,
So
you don't want to do that because you still want the number to be high, but you
yeah,
would rather it was an honest number with actual people. But it's a weird one. It's a really weird thing to navigate because if you're not going out your way to buy followers, then it's not really your fault. But you're
yeah,
still going
true.
to benefit for the number being
Yeah.
there.
Well, that's the thing with paid promotion and paid ads. Like paid ads is just obviously it's Instagram
hmm
that's actually like showing your
Yeah, yeah.
your reels and that more, so it shows up more.
And you can choose how far a bandwidth you want, how long
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
it to
And
exist,
who's
the
more
people
likely
that
to
you want
see
to see
it?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But paid promotion is like actual individual accounts.
hmm
So like these, I've had it with guys commenting in my videos and stuff like that, like, oh, please let me share this type thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, go ahead. But then like, oh, it's like paid promotion type stuff.
hmm
I've done it with one guy, to be fair. No, two guys. Done it with two guys, and I just don't get me wrong. It's helped. Like I've got more and more followers, but it's just literally the guy just shares your stuff on their social media, and
Yeah.
it's just paid promotion. Really, it's actually quite
It's
handy.
quite random, man. I
Yeah.
don't know if I would trust stuff like that, man, because you PayPal somebody that and then they'd be like,
Well,
haha.
they had the blue tick, so they must be verified. yeah.
Like, I get weird comments all the time from people like that. Like I've had guys commenting on my Instagram. Well, I comment on my Instagram and my wrestling page asking to buy used wrestling gear and all that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Very like, and you know what's really sad? Sometimes I'm like, how much? I've never said that to them.
yeah.
But I'm thinking, how
How
much could
much
I
could I
get?
actually get? Yeah.
How could how
See if
much?
you could, bro. See if you could actually get thousands of them. I'd do it.
I don't think they would do that, man. Maybe in a
Try
few
it.
years.
I would try it. You never know. They might think you're going to be the next big thing and think, oh, I'm going to get it before he's the next big thing.
Either that or
This
they're
is
creeps that want to sit and smell it, or they're choking the chicken or
they
something.
might,
Mate,
but who cares? If it's thousands, take it. If you pay me 5 grand, you can have my stinky underwear.
mate, I don't know, man. I'd need to really, really think about it.
Really? What?
What if he posts a what
Does
if he
not
posts
hurt
what
you.
if he posts a thing on Twitter saying, "Oh, Ben Rogers was here last night and he left his tights." There's no way that I can come back to that.
That would be funny, but
Would it though?
yeah,
That's
you'd easily
lies.
just yeah, it's lies.
Yeah,
So
but it
you
doesn't matter once it's on Twitter. Folk believe it. Twitter is terrible. It's the worst place on earth.
yeah, Twitter is terrible. That's why I've never had it.
I've got Twitter, and I never had it till I started wrestling, and oh my god, there's so much horrible stuff on it.
But if yeah, I think it's more embarrassing for the guy if you actually came out. You've got probably more followers and reach than what he does.
Yeah.
And you could easily come on the podcast and just say, "Oh, this guy gave me 5 grand to take my." You could easily say this guy paid me 5 grand
Do
to
you know what?
give me his underwear, but for dirty underwear. But I actually just gave him clean one and rubbed shit on it. He's the fucking swear jar.
But that was good. That was funny. That was funny. Ah, man. Aye. Do you know what? I'm going to play a bit with that theory, and I'm going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Next time somebody asks me, I'm going to say how much.
Do you know?
Whatever they say, I'll double it.
Oh yeah, literally, I used to get in Snapchat quite a lot. Like you get random lasses that follow you that obviously just try to get them like on your OnlyFans and stuff.
Mhm.
And you know what I used to do? I used to just like proper bam them up, like just saying random stuff. And there was one time I was at David Lloyd and I was sitting in like the staff room,
Mhm.
and I was with like I think it was you and I was with at the time. And then I think there was someone else, and we were just like saying random stuff, like
Darren,
what?
the light's not on in the mics.
Oh
And I don't
no.
know how long that's been.
Oh no.
Oh, this video could end up not getting posted.
Oh, we'll keep going with it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And just hope. Yeah, it's on now. But yeah, we used to just say like stuff like, "Oh, call me daddy" and all that stuff, and like, show me all this, and they would send stuff as well, and I'm just like, "Whoa, this is like
Too easy.
too easy," and it's just obviously lassies trying to get you in the door.
The thing is, I used to love it. Like you would talk to them as if you were going to do it, and then they would go, "Do you want to buy my OnlyFans?" And I'd be like, "No, I don't buy that stuff."
Yeah.
And then they would just go, "Then why are you talking to me?" And I'm like, "Cause why not? It's funny." Honestly, like, see the amount of lassies that have got OnlyFans that get offended when I say I don't buy stuff like that. I would never
Yeah.
buy that because I wouldn't. I never have, and I
Yeah.
never will. And I just think, well, a lot of lassies that do it get offended by that. But I'm like, see if you knew your man was buying OnlyFans, would that not make you feel like he was a weirdo? And if they think that's not weird, then they're weird.
Yeah. I'd feel like
It's a weird double standard thing, man. Like it really
yeah,
is. Like, it's
it's kind of weird, I
on both
suppose.
sides as well. It is. It's a really weird thing on both sides
Yeah.
because like
I
guys,
could,
guys will look at lassies with OnlyFans and honestly, see if I was a good looking lassie, I'd do it.
I did too. Uh, Also, that makes me remember. Have you seen that video of that lassie that is going to be getting shagged by 1,000 guys
Yes.
in one day,
Aye.
in 24 hours?
Aye.
What is the
It's not
world?
1,000.
It is a
It's,
thousand.
is it 1,000?
It's 1,000.
Is it the blonde lassie?
I think she's blonde. I don't know.
I think it's. I think I know who it is. I think I don't want to say her name because everybody's got to know that I know who she is. But I think I know who it is. I'm in the queue now. First in the queue, mate. First in the queue.
Imagine being 1,000 guy though.
Nah, man. 1,000 in a day, man. How many a second is that? That's insane.
I don't know.
That's like 3 guys a minute or something.
That's just nuts. Why is it? I don't like this as my search history.
Is it Bonnie Blue by any chance? I think it might be that. I remember seeing it on Twitter and I was like, that can't be real. Wait, I thought she was
I
bamming
don't.
somebody up.
I don't
Did she not
see.
say on a podcast or
See
something?
this.
Aye, is that Bonnie Blue?
I don't think it's her that's doing 1,000. She 122 guys in 2 weeks. But yeah, there's another. I'm sure there's another last. I don't know about
Give me your calculator.
calculator.
Just out
You're
of
trying to do
curiosity, I want to see,
quick maths
right, 1,000
in 24 hours.
1,000 divided by 24, that's 41 guys an hour, right? Divided by 60, that's one guy a minute. Like, just under one guy a minute. So, like, she could take a wee bit longer than a minute each time, and that's
But
about
do you know what's nuts as well? What guys are lining up?
it.
What sad guys are lining up to
See,
that?
for it to be 1,000, I'm genuinely putting it out there, like, maybe 30% of them will be good looking as well.
Yeah, probably.
Like, the rest of them will
Yeah.
all be ugly and just, like, I want to have sex with lassie that I follow on
I think some
Twitter.
of them are like, I think she said as well as like 16-year-olds and stuff like that.
That's insane, man.
See if a guy done that.
That's what I was literally just going to say. Imagine a guy came out on a podcast and was like, "Yeah, I want to do a video where I sleep with 1,000 women in one day, and some of them are going to be 16 years old, and some of them are going to be 50. I don't care, but I'm going to have sex
See,
with
the
them."
thing is, a guy couldn't do that.
No, you couldn't. No.
A guy cannot do it. Man,
Well,
yeah, ecstasy.
ecstasy. Ecstasy. That is the opposite. That is the opposite
No,
entirely. You're going to end up. You're not going to be able to get past the first lassie.
What, what's it called again?
Viagra.
Viagra. Why did I
Yeah.
think get ecstasy?
I done an advert for Viagra once.
So, yeah.
It was a TV ad, and it was.
Why have they done it? Why have they got a freaking 22-year-old
So
boy?
it was a wrestling style one. ICW was, I don't know, ICW was sponsored by Blue Chew. It's an American company, and they wanted to do this advert. We've done a couple of adverts, but the one that I enjoyed filming the most, it was funny. It was me and my coach Jack Jester were wrestling in a ladder match, and instead of like a title belt or a contract being hung up at the top, it was a packet of Blue Chew. And eventually, the ref had like it was the ref was Denise from ICW, and she had massive tits, and it was like a ref t-shirt that was cut down. You could see everything almost, right?
Yeah.
And there was a bit where I grabbed Jester's head, and now when you hit somebody's head off the buckle, I done that to him, but in her tits, right? And it was just like bang, 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 and then I pulled him up, and Debbie slapped him like boom, and that after that he was down. I climbed up, grabbed the blue chew, came back down, and I was like, yes, I want it, I want it. And then Cat Wolf came in, Lara Steele came in, and then Denise came in as well, and they were all like all over me. And then it was like cutting to the fans cheering for me. It was mate, it was so funny.
That's
It's
such a
hilarious.
weird.
Oh, tell me about it. It was so weird. And then the other one, me and Thomas Cairns were in the ring, and it was Jester was backstage with Lara Steele,
Right.
and she gave him the blue chew and was like, I'll see you after your match. And he was like, right, okay, I'm freaking out a wee bit. Ate his blue chew before he went out on stage, right? And then he went out. And then the scene was that he just was standing on the stage and the camera was behind him and he put his hands in his waist and me and Thomas looked over and we went, he had like a big, mate, it was hilarious. I'll need to get these up and edit some of them in as well.
Yeah.
But it was it was so funny. That was a really fun day as well. Like we were just shooting all day. I was in my wrestling gear, having a laugh, trying to come up with like creative ways to
Yeah.
advertise this blue chew.
See, I feel like, see when you have like a group of people try to do the same objective when it comes to recording and stuff,
Yeah.
like that, it's so much more fun. Like, see when I'm recording like in the gym by myself, it's not that fun. Like, but see that kind of environment, I think that would be such
Oh,
a
it was
good
such
one.
a laugh. But do you know how many takes that it took for
Oh
me
yeah.
when I was standing in the ring and the three lasses were all in me? It's like I'm good pals with all three of them,
Yeah.
which made it more awkward.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because it's like I need to pretend that they're all seducing me, and then I've got like Thomas and Adam Carell and Steve McKinnon and Jester, like all people that I'm actually close with, just watching me like that. Yes, this is brilliant. When
that's
realistically, I'm
hilarious.
thinking, I want to die. There's four people in here watching me get touched up with a packet of Viagra.
Did you get paid though?
No, I never get paid for that, man.
Oh wow!
I know, but I didn't really want paid for that. That was just an experience, and it got me some exposure as well. Because I think I don't know exactly, but I think that got played on TV in America.
Oh wow!
But I'm not entirely sure. It definitely went onto the Blue Chew social medias and all that.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Do you know what? I've just realised we went to talking about like money and actual serious conversation about you being in the journal to now talking about Blue Chew.
Yeah, that is mental.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that in my journal tonight. I'm thankful for Viagra.
Thankful for Viagra, yeah.
I'm not quite at that age yet. Actually, my journal on my 80th birthday.
Have you actually ever used Viagra?
No, I've never had to.
Well, yeah, I hope not. I'm just saying, have you ever used it just for the fun of using it?
No, because
Really?
if you use it when you don't need to, it can cause you to need it.
Can it?
Mhm.
I've never used it either before you think I have.
No, I was just wondering like why you were so intrigued by it.
No, because I just wondered like.
Have you got a problem, Darren?
No, I don't. But I'm just wondering like.
Right, okay. It's
No.
okay to not be okay.
I know. But I don't think I would come to my brother and tell him I've got boner issues.
Fair dude. Noted.
But no, I think it would just make you go more, nah?
I
If you
think
took
I
it?
don't know, maybe I don't know, but I think it's the risk to reward ratio.
Yeah.
Like, see if it doesn't come back down. You need to go to the hospital and get an injection in your dick. So
Swear jar, yeah.
but
That's £16 in there.
aye, but anyway, you need to go and get like a big injection to get rid of the blood and all that. And aye, man, it's not fun.
Well,
Yeah, do you remember that movie Road Trip with the guy with the Garfield?
I talk about
And
it.
they went in, the old man's got it, and he turns around and he knocks the ornament off his table. Right.
Yeah.
That's like the symptom where it just doesn't go back down.
Mad. Okay, I don't think I'll ever be taking it. Not
Well,
worth the risk.
maybe at some point in your life.
Yeah, maybe it's some. Hopefully not.
Yeah,
I'll be staying fit and healthy when I'm older.
doesn't always need to be the case, man. It's just a lack of testosterone.
I'll be injecting testosterone in my body.
Don't say that. You'll get yourself cancelled. And saying that, you've no reason to really lie about it. You could do it if you were going to do it.
I
You wouldn't really need to hide it.
I would be honest about it. I would
Aye.
tell my clients. To be honest, I know like one of my clients. I think I was talking to one of my clients about it. I think, and he said that if he found out I was taking steroids, he would leave. He would cancel.
Really?
Yeah, but only if I was lying about it. Obviously,
Yeah,
like if I'm like doing all this and telling him to do this and that and not be honest about it,
yeah,
then I'm like fair dues. Like I'm obviously like, telling you one thing and
yeah, yeah.
doing another.
That's why everybody hates V-Shred,
Yes.
because he's a liar.
Yeah, he is a liar.
Just jump on the bandwagon with Scotty K Fitness, man.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
we
So
talked about that in the other episode.
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
But aye, I'll jump on the bandwagon with everything he says. I just agree with everything he says.
fair.
He's the man.
Yeah,
But aye,
well, yeah. That was a fun talk about your journal into.
aye. But in all seriousness, before we finish, get a journal, man. I'm not even
Uh,
kidding on. I was going to say it to you anyway, but I wanted to wait until we were on the podcast so we had something to talk about.
yeah,
But I genuinely think it's only been a week and I think it's going to change my life.
yeah. I think
Genuinely.
to be fair, I used to do it to. Do you know what else I used to do that I think really that I should start doing it? See, listening to motivational stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, see, I used to all the time listen to motivational speeches, and my mindset towards everything was just like if you ever lack any motivation, it might not. I know some people don't like it, but for me, it worked. Always listening to motivational stuff and people telling you, like, it's it's this easy. There's no excuses, all that
Yeah.
type of stuff. It makes you change your mindset to realize like there is no excuses. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter anyway.
I was saying this off camera earlier on as
Just
well.
realize the lights off.
Oh no. That was just recent as well, by the way, because I just noticed it.
Ah, okay.
They were still on. I was saying this off camera earlier on that I saw a thing on TikTok today that was like, wouldn't it be great if we could stick to the plan rather than stick to how we feel? And I'm paraphrasing this, so don't like go too deep into it, but it was just
I'll go deep.
no, but like it's just mental how we make a plan for something we want to do. So like say I want to go to the gym, come home, make dinner, then make it to training, and then go for a sunbed. Like that's a stupid thing to just try and fit in at the end. But I'll get home from the work, then I'll lie on the couch for half an hour with the dog,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll take 45 minutes to get a shower and get ready because I'm tired, and then I'll get to the gym an hour later than I planned to, and then I'll not have time to make food before training when I get back, go
Yeah.
to training, and then I'll miss the sunbed after as well because you've not stuck to the plan, you've stuck to how you feel.
This is a thing. People love to stick to the path of least resistance, and this is what humans do all the time. And we are so bad for it nowadays because we've built things to first of all make our life easier in the aspect of going to bed. Our beds are raised so we can fall into them. We get people to bring food to our doors,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't go out and get them. So all these things we make easier and easier. So sticking to a plan, it's the same as like a like span duration is getting shorter and shorter because we struggle with things like TikTok and that being
Mm-hmm.
so short. We struggle for duration. So even sticking to a plan is getting more and more difficult for people.
Yeah.
And this is why things like depression is increasing and anxiety is increasing, and obesity is increasing
Mm-hmm.
because so
People are
many
just
people.
putting everything off and not doing what they need
Yeah,
to get
and
done.
that's it. Yeah, you're sticking to just whatever how you feel and not actually a plan. And it's so many people nowadays uh, don't actually exert energy in the right way because we all stare at screens all the time now, and we're sitting down in our arse all the time. It's weird, yeah.
Have you seen a thing that? Have you seen the thing that like the actual genetic makeup of our hands is changing already, just from the last 20 years with how
Is it?
phones were? No, like not yours. They're like babies that are born now. It's like their knuckles and all that are like they can't. Like it's like they're going in a path where their knuckles can't fully extend because they're always
Always like that.
everybody's holding phones
That's nuts.
and holding game controllers and holding remotes. And
Mine's like overextend.
yeah, well, I'm not quite that deteriorated in cracking them. I don't know if the mic would have picked that up. Every single knuckle in my hand just cracked from literally just doing that. But aye, like I can still do it, and obviously everybody around our
I
age will
get
still.
like this.
And it'll be hundreds of years before it ever gets to the point where folk can't extend their hands, but it's getting there apparently.
Yeah. Well, I always remember being in college and my lecturer saying we'll mutate to the point of having really fast, like small, fast thumbs and neck muscles that are huge.
Yeah, because we're like this all the time. Yeah, that's mad.
But yeah, it is. It's crazy how times are changing in the aspect that we're becoming lazier and lazier. And it is, you remember the film Wall-E?
Yeah,
It's going to end up like the film Wall-E.
I won't. Just putting that out there, I'll never end up like that. I'll never be sat in a chair where it
Oh,
changes the clothes for me and all
we
that.
never will. Anyway, we're not going to live long enough for that, but it
Hey,
will.
you? No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to live for another 20 years, man.
Oh wow.
Aye.
But yeah, it is crazy just how much we're all becoming lazier and we all take the path of least resistance and then complain that our lives are crap. And it's always a competition whose life's worse. Why is that
It should
competition?
be a competition to see whose life's better.
Yeah, but it's a competition to see. But then we only ever post what's great on social media. And but then if you were to meet that person, they'll moan about how much they hate their life.
I know.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You try to show off, but then also you like talk about how bad your life is.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't talk about it. Except like with you or with other people.
Yeah, I feel like you should always talk about it to an extent, which
Yeah.
is good. But so many people
Broadcast it to the world.
Yeah, love to talk about it so much that they're not going to change it. They just want to talk about it, and they love the attention of that they won't actually take a step in the right direction and make a change.
Yeah. Well, that's quite a depressing note to end on.
Yeah.
But anyway, let us know what you think. Let us know if you've got a journal. I want to know how many people have a journal, how many people have a diary, or even just how many people take a note of things they're thankful for or things that they think they could have done better in a day. Because honestly, I said it earlier on, I never thought I would be the guy to have a diary. But it's only been a week and I think it's going to completely change my life.
Yeah.
So if I would advise you to try it.
Yeah, well, let us know, and then let us know if you end up getting one if you don't have one now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ben's amazing advice.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I'll bow if you want.
Oh, wow. But yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys. Make sure you give us a follow, a like, and comment on what to do next.
Yeah.
And we'll see
comment,
you next
let
week.
us know ideas for content, potential guests in the future.
Yeah, what guests you want to see?
Yeah, because that's coming at some point.
Probably next year. But
yeah,
at some
yeah,
point.
very, very soon, but also not in the near future.
Very soon, but not in the near future.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next week.
Cheers.
Take care.